A Russian Typhoon-class SSBN has left port and is believed to have entered a haven in the polar ice at a position roughly 80 north, 5230 east. This haven may be mined and is surely defended by SSN submarines. This activity, combined with the recent fleet buildup, is too provocative to ignore. You must destroy this threat to our cities. If SSNs are encountered, you should exercise your professional judgment whether to engage or avoid them, but the Typhoon must not escape.
Hey everyone, FPS Chazlik here. Welcome back to Let's Play Subcommand. This video is coming out late today because I went to the Caps game yesterday. And it was pretty fun. My voice might sound kind of trashy, but I made a point of not yelling too loudly so I wouldn't lose my voice. Not just for you guys, don't put yourselves up on such a pedestal. No, but partly that, but partly I just want to be able to talk at work properly. So yeah, so we're on a Frozen Typhoon here. We got a Typhoon out here inside like a little haven, if you will, like a little safe spot, potentially mined, guarded by SSNs. So we're at 80 north, 5230 east, which is where this haven is located. 80 north, 5230 east. Centered around there, so there's a potential Typhoon around this area. Possibly some subs, too. Let's go ahead and bring in some of this. Go to the Toad. Got ourselves some contacts here. What do we got?
I have a new contact, Barents.
Yep. So I think this is our first pure submarine engagement of this game, which is fun. That's cool. I'm very much sleepy. Very busy week last week. I think I spent like one night at home without going out at all or doing anything, so I'm still feeling that right now. So my intuition is telling me that these two contacts over here probably are contacts that we want to focus on here. I mean, this is the area of interest we're heading for, but there could be potentially some sub behind us. But that seems kind of a weird starting point to have a sub behind you, but who knows? Let us go a little deeper here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn just to clear up these falsies here, see what we're dealing with. So let us go ahead and see what we are going to get. Shit. God damn it. I think that means I'm not going to see which ones are real. And okay, there you go. 1 and 2. Okay, I'm still seeing it, thankfully. 1 and 2 moved all the way down there, so they're very much false. So here are our only two contacts. To a submarine. Oh, what we already got like 3 lines on one of them. It's getting pretty close. Zoom in. So Typhoon and Akula both have the same first 3 frequencies. So, oh, whoa, hello. So that would mean they would look the same if it was an Akula, but it looks like we have a Victor 3. Looks like Sierra 4 is a Victor 3. Sierra 4 is a Victor. Come on, Victor. Let's party. Confidence high, threat. And then this guy is most likely the Typhoon. Can't really say for certain as of yet, but I'm expecting a Typhoon, so threat. There you go. Cool. So we got that contact submarine. Typhoon seems to be close, or it's just louder than the Victor. Not sure which is the truer statement there. Alright, what do we got for demon data on these fellers? So we got Sierra 4. They both have TPK of 7, which makes my life easier. Sierra 4 is at 5 knots. Sierra 3 is at 4 knots. Very well. So they're each going 1 knot faster than their Sierra number. That's a convenient way to remember that. God, this model is shitty. That was a crappy Typhoon model after playing Wami. Doesn't even have the propeller shrouds and the heat exchanger inlet pipes there. Alright, let's go ahead and just I'm going to slow down. That Typhoon seems to be kind of close.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Potentially heading in a parallel fashion since they're pretty straight up and down lines there, so basically heading the same way I am just about. Trying to wait for some data to trickle in here. Who are we looking at right now? Sierra 3 Give me 20-minute time history. Sierra 3 is going 4 knots. Thank you very much. Hold that constant. Very good. All right. Not sure of distance. We've made a turn. It would have been nice to get some more data before the turn to really see how this solution is trending. So something like that maybe is, yeah, if I got one more piece of data before that turn, it would have been really nice and easy to straighten out this track, especially if he was going constant course. That's the assumption with this method here, is that constant course. So potentially something like that, potentially as close in as that. So let me get a tube prepped on him just in case I need a fire. Assign. We want a low ceiling, a pretty deep ceiling rather, because this is, this is not particularly all the ice. You don't want a torp to run into an iceberg. That would be very annoying. Let me go ahead and check out my sonar here to make sure I'm not about to crash into some iceberg or something. Go ahead and mark that. Okay. Secure from that for the time being. That's good. Iceberg coming up. Not really on a crash course for it, but worthy of note. I should have gotten some more data on that berg. I could do another course change at some point, get some more data, liven up these solutions. You are going 5 knots, and you appear to be far. So if we keep that one dot lined up there on the bottom and fan this out, appears to be straightening out all the way up here, approximately. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Oh yeah, do that. Do this, do that. Hello, hello. And an approximate solution for our Victor 3 here, which is indeed possible, but that seems to be pretty shallow water for flying around with ice above your head. So that's kind of interesting. I'll definitely be checking out the replay or the debrief for this mission, just because I want to see what's up with that, what's going on there. Are we close enough for WAA? Does not seem like it. Close enough for spherical? No. Yeah, let me just throw these guys up on tubes here. That's going to be a tricky one. See, the problem is these torps, they run at the depth you launch. Whatever depth you launch, at which depth you launch is the depth that your torps will run. So I need to stay somewhat shallow here so my torps do not run aground.
300 feet.
And make sure their run depths are actually sufficiently shallow here so as to not run aground. So for this Victor 3 up here, I'll keep that run depth at about 100 feet. And then for this Typhoon, I'm a little more fine with 200 feet. So RTE for these guys, we're going to want about 15,000 yards. Let's do 16,000 yards for this Typhoon, and then about 22,000 for this Victor. That is kind of on the edge. I don't think that... I'm for all intents and purposes, I believe that Victor 3 is out of engage range because he could just outrun that torp. I have that formula. I'm not really remembering it right now. I derive it every now and then and forget to write it down and always forget it, so I just end up having to rederive it. But I'm pretty sure he's out of range right now. It would not be worth my time to shoot on that Victor 3 except to spook him. He could outrun that torp. Mr. Typhoon, on the other hand, is definitely within... He's on the cusp of range. He's on the cusp of range right now, but he's a lot slower, so... Not too worried about missing him. So it's interesting. Victor 3. Maybe because I sank all the Akulas already. I think I've sunk more subs in this game than the Russian fleet has. But maybe not. I don't think I've sunk that many Akulas, actually. I don't remember about Victor 3s either. Whatever. Alright, let's just keep going here. Just get more data. Or even seeing the Typhoon on the short time interval. Yeah, he's getting close. Sierra 3 is who I care about right now. I am to exercise my discretion in engaging the SSN. And right now I'm thinking that is not really necessary to do. How much did I just alter this solution? Not really by much. That seemed to be a pretty solid solution as to what he's doing right now. That's a pretty big haven they've established there. if that solution is indeed correct, which it appears to be, I don't believe it could fit another solution. It's past the lead lag intercept kind of thing there, so I don't think that could. Well, it could potentially be something heading the other way. That also fits the docket, and I have no reason to say that it wouldn't be that. But the signal strength does appear to be increasing. I need another course change, which is what I need right now to get some more data. So I'm going to swing back to the north.
Come right to course 3.
And we're going to get some more data on that
LI.
bearing for a while here. Yes, we are coming up to 300 feet. Frequency high. Okay, very good. Have to keep an eye on that. Make sure I'm not running into any rogue icebergs here. And make sure this Typhoon does not end up getting so close that he detects me. But hopefully, no, I mean, if that's where he is, he's still definitely too far away for WAA. Definitely, by far. But he seems to be making a lot of noise for being, you know, potentially 10 nautical miles away and going 4 knots. But that's how they modeled it in this game. Anything? Nope. Nothing on WAA yet. How far have I? Have not really traversed much distance as of yet, but okay, interesting. Now it seems to be coming back the other way, so either this way or that way seems to be pretty valid for a course if it's kind of doing that. Moving north to south now. Victor 3 is doing the same thing. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that guy. Yeah, he could be possibly... he could be hanging out around up there. That is not a place I would want to hang out in personally. Pretty confined and cramped quarters there, it looks like. All right.
On course 352. Hail my.
Okay, that was a potential solution. Just the way this seems to want to bend and straighten out, I'm still just opting for this closer solution here. It just seems to make more sense to me. Bends off that way. Well, yeah, it's bending off that way. So it still looks like around here, around what I had previously thought, seems to be a solution. Seems to be kind of, you know, plus or minusing. So he might be potentially circling around that area. I don't really think so. I think there'd be more variation in the data if he was doing that. But I'm not sure. Okay, this we've done the course change up here already. So what it's saying something like, it's either saying this or this. No, it's only saying this or this. They're heading for me or away from me. Not terribly sure. I think the problem is my course change was pretty decent. I was worried if I had just gone like, you know, 180 degrees the other way, I don't know if it would give me the same variation I desired in my solution there. About the 1 hour. All right, so at some point he definitely changed course, so that's what I'm seeing here. He could be heading like this. Not sure if he's that close. Bend, and then I don't know. Seeing a lot of different possibilities here. Not enough to really firm this up potentially on that Victor. He could be closer. Right now he's heading for an iceberg. This Typhoon solution seems to be somewhat solid here. It seems like he's just changed course maybe. I'm not sure. I think we need more data, and I think I need to potentially do a different kind of course, or I just need to like hang out on this bearing for a while. Well, let's see the 1 hour here. The 1 hour data seems to be pretty strong on this guy, and it's bending right around this point here. So he is just like constant coursing right now. Not really doing too much. Bring that up a little more. We can really refine this in here. This seems to be a pretty decent solution for this guy. I may be ready to fire here. He is getting close. Assuming that is indeed what he is doing. Let's go ahead and try and flip this around and see if we're getting similar results. Now, see, if he is going constant course, this never actually straightens out over here. So if he is going constant course, it should be straight at some point. So I think the fact that he is heading this way seems to be a pretty valid conclusion here. Approximately that for a solution. So I think I'm just about ready to fire on this dude. I'm going to go ahead and assign him to this tube and deassign tube 1 just so I don't mess that up. Sierra 3 tube, yeah. Okay, give me like 80. No, give me 150 for a ceiling. The ceiling is not what it's going to be traveling at, but I don't want it. It's fine. It's not like it's going to go after any surface ships around here. Floor, fine. Depth, 200. Good. That's fine. And then my depth right now is 300. So I might pop it up to 200 to launch this bad boy. But, go ahead and increase that to like 14,000. Let's decrease our depth to 200 and get ready to launch tube 2 here.
0 feet. Dive
And I'm going to go ahead and put a tube on Sierra 4 as well. Why not? Let's go ahead and get that set up then. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that Torp is going to catch the Victor 3 if that is indeed his range, but I can at least get him running. Get him so he's not in the fight. And that's all that really matters in this situation, I think. So I think I'm going to go ahead and launch now. Let's go ahead and do it. I think I'm ready to launch here. Open that door. Open this door. Very good. Let's go ahead and Trafalgar A. Should I try and further nail this down? Because there's a possibility this could be an Akula. I've not considered that contingency. This could be an Akula, and the real Typhoon could still be out there around the haven. That is a contingency I have not considered. So let us turn back to the southwest.
Course 220.
Secure from having these doors open. I think I'm going to try and wing it around this horn here and see if there isn't like really a Typhoon there at the haven chilling. Because this could be an Akula. I have not considered the possibility that this could be an Akula. I've kind of disregarded that. Yes, it is saying Typhoon, but it's not seeing a 4th frequency, and I'm not seeing a 4th frequency, so I can't tell what it really is. Select array spherical. Just go back down to 300. We're not launching as of yet.
Make my depth
So disregard
3,
that,
0
please.
feet. Dive
Still too distant to be on the spherical. Yeah, not seeing anything on the spherical there. So yeah, I did not consider the contingency that this could be an Akula. I'm kind of leaning towards no, because I don't think I'd be hearing an Akula this well at this range. But I can't be certain right now. I don't have enough data. I kind of want to get a little closer. I do want to get a little closer to this guy. So let me put that back on the tube 1. Yes, we want a starboard tube. Alright, now I'll keep tube 1 flooded. Tube 2 does not need to be flooded. And then try and get a little closer to this guy. Try and get a little closer. I'm going to put you back on tube 3. There you go. And flood tube 3 as well. Flood, unflood. Thank you. Okay. Very good. Yeah, I've not considered the contingency that this is not a Typhoon, but an Akula. So I want him to continue on this present course here. And I want to... Whoa. Sierra 3 has juiced it. Sierra 3 has increased speed to 8 knots. Give me back to 20-minute interval here. Increased speed to 8 knots. Why? That is a very interesting development. What are you doing? Appears to have radically changed course, or is changing course. I can't tell if it's him changing course or it's because I'm turning, but I'm kind of more or less heading right for him right now, and it's still moving to the right a little bit, so it seems like he has changed course. We are getting a good chunk of data on him, but still not enough to classify. Spherical. Yeah, not seeing him on the spherical still. Some flooding transients. What solution, or what bearing am I looking at? 279-ish. 27, well, really? Okay, I was not close enough at all. That is saying Trafalgar still on that. Which would have to be an Akula, because the Typhoon is not 1075. So that might indeed be an Akula, actually. Could very well be an Akula that has juiced it up. Trekker Review. Mr. Victor 3, that is definitely Victor 3, it's 360. It could potentially be a Delta 4. Either way, it's not an Akula, it's not a Typhoon. But yeah, this guy, radical change of course going on here, or something. Seems to be, it may have turned around. I'm not sure. Oh, getting some WAAA. Some WAAA. A little closer than anticipated, but not terrible in the solution there. We have finished coming about. Our toad is straightening out, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Cliffhanger. Yeah, I got to wait for this to straighten out still. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and we will find out if this is really an Akula or a Typhoon. So I'll see you guys then, and have a good one. Bye-bye.